I just spent 3 months and some bucks exploring every corner of Alaska, and what I discovered will completely change how you think about America's last frontier. Because while everyone talks about the same 5 touristy spots, there are 12 hidden gems that even most Alaska locals told me never to visit these places. But I did anyway, and here's what happened. I ranked all 17 Alaska destinations by how much they'll change your life. This Alaska destination gets 2 million visitors yearly. But number 14 only gets around 200 visits, and number 16 even gets lesser. Guess which one changed my life? And the place at number 3 on this list? It literally made me cry. I'm not even kidding. By the end of this video, you'll have the ultimate Alaska bucket list that goes way beyond the typical tourist traps. But here's the thing, I'm revealing these places in a very specific order, and I promise you, the last destination will leave you speechless. So make sure you watch until the very end, because that's where I share the one place in Alaska that completely transformed my perspective on travel forever. What's up, adventure seekers? If you're new here, welcome to Crossworld Travels. I spend my life uncovering the world's most incredible hidden destinations. And today, we're diving deep into Alaska, but not the Alaska you think you know. Before we start, I need your help with something. I've been to many states, but Alaska was different. So in the comments below, tell me, what's the one place you visited that completely changed you? Because I guarantee by the end of this video, you'll have at least 5 new places that could do the same. And if this video helps you plan your dream Alaska trip, smash that like button, it genuinely helps more travelers discover these incredible places. Alright, let's jump in. Let's start with the big 3 that everyone knows, but I'm going to show you how to experience them like a local. Number 1. Denali National Park. Yes, everyone talks about Denali, but here's what they don't tell you. Most tourists spend one day here and see maybe 10% of what this place offers. I spent a week, and the secret is the Savage River Loop Trail at sunrise. The tourist buses don't start until 9 a.m., which means you have the entire park to yourself for the golden hour. I saw grizzly bears, caribou, and Denali Peak reflected in crystal clear water completely alone. This shot right here? Impossible to get during regular tourist hours. Number 2. Glacier Bay National Park. But here's where most people mess up Glacier Bay. They take the big cruise ships. Instead, book a small boat tour with Glacier Bay Lodge. Why? Because you can get within 100 yards of the glaciers when they calve. The sound alone will give you goosebumps. Plus, the small boat operators know exactly where the whales feed. I saw 14 humpback whales in one morning. 14. Number 3. Mendenhall Glacier and Ice Caves. Okay, this is where I cried. But forget the crowded glacier viewpoint. The real magic is the ice caves underneath, and here's the secret: they're constantly changing. The cave I explored in September doesn't exist anymore. Standing inside a glacier, surrounded by blue ice that's thousands of years old, it puts everything in perspective. The silence is deafening, and you realize you're experiencing something that might not exist next year due to climate change. If you're already planning your Alaska trip based on these first 3, hit that subscribe button, because the next destinations get even more incredible. And trust me, you don't want to miss the hidden hot springs I'm revealing at number 8. Now, let's get into the places that most guidebooks completely ignore. Number 4. Katmai National Park, Brooks Falls. This is where you'll see more brown bears in one place than anywhere else on Earth. July and September are salmon season, and the bears literally line up at the waterfall to catch fish. But here's the insider tip: book your permits at least 6 months in advance, and request Platform 2, not the famous Platform 1. Platform 2 gets you eye level with the bears. I watched this mama bear teach her cubs how to fish for 3 hours. It's like watching a nature documentary, but you're actually there. Number 5. Kenai Fjords National Park. Most people think this is just another glacier park, but Kenai Fjords has something special. Exit Glacier is one of the few glaciers you can actually hike to and touch. The trail takes you through 4 different ecosystems as you climb. But the real secret is the Harding Icefield Trail. It's challenging 8 miles round trip with serious elevation gain, but at the top, you're standing on an ice field that stretches as far as you can see. It's like being on another planet. Number 6. Inside Passage. But do it right. Everyone takes cruises through the Inside Passage, but the Alaska Marine Highway ferry system is the secret. It's like a floating road trip where you can get off at tiny towns that cruise ships can't reach. Places like Petersburg, where the population is 3,000, but the king crab is the best you'll ever have. Or Wrangell, where you can see 40,000-year-old petroglyphs that most tourists never hear about. Number 7. Northern Lights in Fairbanks. But forget the expensive Northern Lights tours. Here's what locals do: drive 20 minutes outside Fairbanks to Murphy Dome, bring a thermos of hot chocolate, and wait. The light pollution disappears, and on a clear night between September and March, the sky literally dances. I spent 4 nights out there, and the 4th night, the aurora was so bright it cast shadows on the snow. Photos can't capture the feeling of seeing the sky move and pulse above you. Okay, pause for a second. If you're still watching, you're clearly serious about Alaska. So do me a favor, comment Alaska below so I know you made it this far. I read every single comment, and I love connecting with fellow adventurers. And here's a challenge. Which of these first 7 destinations surprised you most? Because we're about to get into the places that even most Alaskans don't know about. Number 8. Chena Hot Springs. This is Alaska's best-kept secret. Natural hot springs in the middle of nowhere, where you can soak in 106-degree water while it's 20 outside. But the real magic happens at night when you can watch the northern lights while soaking in the springs. The contrast of the hot water and freezing air creates this mystical steam that makes the aurora look even more ethereal. It's surreal. Number 9. Wrangell St. Elias National Park. This park is bigger than Switzerland, but gets fewer visitors than most city parks. Why? Because it's remote and challenging. But that's exactly what makes it special. I took a bush plane to McCarthy, a town with 28 permanent residents. From there, you can explore the abandoned Kennecott copper mine, which looks like a ghost town frozen in time. Number 10. Valdez-Columbia Glacier. Valdez is known for the oil spill, but it should be known for having the most active glacier in Alaska. Columbia Glacier calves so frequently that the water is filled with icebergs as far as you can see. I went sea kayaking here, and it's like paddling through a sculpture garden made of ice. Each iceberg is a different shade of blue, and the silence between calving events is profound. Number 11. Sitka Russian America. Sitka is where Russia sold Alaska to America, and you can still feel that history everywhere. The Russian Orthodox Cathedral has artifacts from the 1800s, and the town sits on an island surrounded by mountains. But here's the secret: you can watch whales from the shore. I saw orcas from my hotel room window. The waters around Sitka are so rich with fish that whales feed here year-round. Number 12. Barrow, Utqiagvik, the top of America. This is as far north as you can go in America. From May to August, the sun never sets. From November to January, it never rises. It's expensive to get here, but it's like visiting another planet. I was there during the midnight sun season, and playing basketball at 2 a.m. in broad daylight broke my brain. The Inupiat culture here goes back thousands of years, and they still hunt bowhead whales using traditional methods. Now, I know what you're thinking: how can the last 5 places be even better than these? Well, number 15 is so remote that only 200 people visit it each year, and number 17. Let's just say it's the reason I fell in love with Alaska in the first place. But before we get there, make sure you're subscribed because I'm planning a whole series on Alaska's hidden gems, and you don't want to miss it. Number 13. Kodiak Island. The Bear Island. Kodiak bears are the largest bears in the world, and Kodiak Island is where they live. These bears can weigh 1,500 pounds. For perspective, that's like 2 adult horses. The best viewing is from a float plane, where you can see them fishing for salmon in remote streams. I counted 23 bears in one river system. 23 giants just living their best life. Number 14. Aleutian Islands. These islands stretch toward Russia and are so remote that most Alaskans have never been here. The landscape is volcanic and otherworldly, with no trees, just tundra and massive cliffs. But the bird life is incredible. Millions of seabirds nest on these cliffs, and you can see species here that exist nowhere else in America. Number 15. Gates of the Arctic National Park. This park has no roads, no trails, no facilities, just pure wilderness. Only 200 people visit each year because you need a bush plane to get there. I spent 3 days here with just a tent and saw zero signs of human civilization. It's the closest you can get to experiencing Alaska as the first explorers did 200 years ago. Number 16. Prince William Sound. This sound has 3,000 miles of coastline, 150 glaciers, and some of the best sea kayaking in the world. But the secret is camping on the glacial beaches. Falling asleep to the sound of glaciers calving and waking up to seals playing in the surf, it doesn't get more magical than that. Now, before I reveal number 17, let me ask you something. How many of these places were completely new to you? Comment below with a number because I'm curious how deep into Alaska's secrets we've gone together. And if this video has inspired you to visit Alaska, hit that like button and share it with someone who needs to see this. These places deserve to be experienced, but they also deserve to be protected. Number 17. Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. This is America's last great wilderness. 19 million acres of untouched Arctic landscape where caribou migrate in herds of 100,000, polar bears den on the coastal plains, and the indigenous Gwich'in people have lived for thousands of years. But here's why this place changed my life. Standing in the Arctic refuge, you realize you're in a place that hasn't changed in millennia. The same views, the same animals, the same rhythms of life that have existed since before human civilization. It puts everything in perspective. Our problems, our busy lives, our stress, it all seems so small when you're standing in a place this vast and timeless. The silence is so complete that you can hear your own heartbeat. This place taught me that sometimes the most profound travel experiences come not from what you do, but from simply being present in a place that reminds you how small and how connected we all are. So there you have it, 17 incredible places that showcase why Alaska truly is America's last frontier. From the famous spots like Denali to hidden gems like the Arctic Refuge, each place offers something unique. But here's my challenge to you. Don't just watch this video and forget about it. Pick one place from this list, just one, and start planning a trip. Alaska isn't going anywhere, but some of these places are changing due to climate change and increased tourism. If this video helped you discover your next adventure, please give it a like and subscribe for more hidden gem destinations around the world. I'm constantly exploring and uncovering places that most travel guides miss. And tell me in the comments which of these 17 places surprised you most? Which one are you most excited to visit? I read every comment and love hearing about your travel dreams. Also, if you're serious about visiting Alaska, I put together a complete Alaska travel guide with detailed information about each of these places, including the best times to visit, how to get there, and what to pack. The link is in the description below. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and remember, the best adventures happen when you go beyond the guidebook. I'll see you in the next video.